Hello, welcome back. It is Dana. We are doing Felicity Season 1, Episode 8, Drawing the Line Part 2. I was not planning to record this episode today, but after the way that Episode 7 ended, I couldn't not jump back in. I have to know what the resolution of that was. If you want to get caught up, or if you need to be caught up, very quickly, a bunch of stuff happened, but only one thing is really important in my eyes right now. But Felicity went to Noel to talk about Ben, and Noel was like, I'm drawing a line, no more talk about Ben, yada, yada, yada. And then she got mad, and he got mad, and he kept talking to his RA friends about the issue. And then he's like, okay, we can talk about Ben, but no sex talk about Ben, and yada, yada, yada. And they're trying to figure out how their relationship works when he, has feelings for her, but she has feelings for Ben, and blah, 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 blah. And Elena, potentially was going to get kicked out because of her financial aid issues, but then she's got a scholarship from some woman who also went and became a doctor, which are all generally important, but not the reason that I'm watching this episode right now. I'm watching this episode right now because at the end of episode 7, we find out that Zach did some things with Julie that she did not want him to do. Felicity walks into the room and finds Julie's sheets on her bed stuffed into the trash can, and she was like, make a long story short, Julie ends up telling her that they ended up having sex and she didn't want to, and she told him that she didn't want to, and he didn't care, and he did anyway. And as somebody who was a big Julie and Zach supporter for the last few episodes, I don't even know what to say about it. I was not expecting it. It sort of came out of the blue. Earlier in the episode, he had been trying to go up under her shirt or grab her boob, and she kept pushing him away, but it didn't seem like a big deal at the time. But that did happen, and then when they came back to the room, he had been drinking. And also, didn't seem like a huge deal, but I guess those two things together do set a precedence for how or why this happened. And I'm interested to see how this resolves itself, because this is 1998, I think. And as sad as it is to say, it's really not that different now. Women don't report things because people don't believe them. And it ends up being well, what did you wear? Did you lead him on? And it ends up being is it my fault? It probably is your fault. So women tend to underreport sexual assault. So today even. So I can't imagine what it was like in 1998. So that is the real reason as to why I am watching this episode right now, because that's what I care about. I care about how we're going to move forward from that and what is going to happen with Julie. And I hope that, I don't even know what I hope happens. I hope that, I don't know, that Felicity can help her in some way, that Noel can help her in some way, and that Zach ends up in jail, I guess. So, here we go. Felicity, Season 1, Episode 8, Drawing the Line, Part 2.
Previously on Felicity.
See, this is what we care about.
Let's go sit down.
Yeah, and he agreed, I think, and then...
Last night, me and Zach.
I'm thinking about growing a goatee.
Alright, that's not important right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to talk to you.
Really, it's really,
Drawing the line, right?
really important.
It's serious.
Are you okay?
Something pretty horrible has happened. You can't tell anyone, okay?
Maybe you shouldn't do this in the dining hall.
It's Julie.
Julie what?
And Zach.
Wesley.
You raped her.
I kind of hope Noel goes and kills him now.
Is she okay?
No, she's not okay.
I mean, physically, yeah, I think she is. But I don't know if she's gonna do anything about it, you know? Like, I know what she should. I mean, you're an RA, right? I mean, you know how to... You're trained to deal with stuff like this, right?
95% of all rape victims don't report their crimes.
This is what I'm saying. He's saying exactly what I was saying in the intro, which is that women tend to not report and underreport these assaults because, well, he doesn't say because, but I'm saying because they end up getting attacked and people don't believe them and they question about what they did to bring it on themselves. So, but my other question is, if she told him he can't tell anyone, how is he supposed to help her? I mean, can he talk to Julie about it? Is that allowed? God, I'm gonna cry. We just started.
A few months ago, I didn't even know Julie. It's amazing how you can care about someone so much, so quickly.
Yeah. It kind of is.
Hey, you ready? Sorry, it's going to the hospital seems so silly. I'm fine. I know, but you gotta get checked out, you know? If you want.
Well, at least Felicity's being a good friend. And where is Zach in all of this?
So after recording, we went to a bar for a couple hours.
Were you both drinking alcohol?
Well, it was a little buzz. Anyway,
Oh God, I'm so afraid of how this
and then
woman
we
is
went
gonna
back to the dorm.
handle
Zach
this.
lives on the 10th floor.
Because now she's said she's drinking, and is she gonna have a problem with that?
Was he being forceful?
Not yet. After a while, he took off his pants, and that's when I said that I didn't want to rush it. And he said, I bet you hear stories like this all the time.
Unfortunately, it seems like it.
Alright, well at least she's sort of being nice about it.
Okay. And he took off my bra, and that's when I said that I didn't want to have sex.
And you used those words.
And then I said no. And I moved his hand away.
Oh, Julie. I'm so sorry, honey.
He was on top of me, and he put his arms around under me, so it made it really kind of difficult for me to stop him. And then I said no. Like 5 times, maybe more.
What is it about no that people don't understand?
And then all of a sudden, you know,
You were having sex.
yeah, and he told me that he loved me, which I know guys say that all the time. Because I did not scream. I didn't hit him.
It is not your fault,
He
Julie.
wasn't violent. You know, and he left this morning like nothing had even happened. Nothing was wrong. So,
Julie.
I mean, I don't even know if he wouldn't call this rape. Right?
100% I would. 100%.
Did he use a condom?
No.
So now we need STD tests. We need pregnancy tests. And it is not your fault.
So I have to take 2 pills now and then 2 more tonight. You know, and it was a really good idea for you to bring those.
I'd like to get your account of what happened last night.
You know, I just told her everything.
Yeah, that was for medical records. This is to file a police report.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Can I record this later?
We don't want Zach doing this to other people. I really hope that she does end up filing a police report. Because Zach needs to be held accountable. So I really hope that she does end up filing a police report, because if he's doing it to her, who's to say he won't be doing it to other girls as well? And we're like 5 minutes in and I'm already trying not to cry.
Are you Felicity? Yeah. Sorry I'm late. Karen had like
Who are you?
M&Ms.
Who are you?
What are you late for? I'm supposed to be staying with you.
Says who?
Oh my god, you're the prospective student.
Yeah, from Harrisburg. Did you forget about me?
Oh.
No, I signed. How long are you staying again?
3 days.
3 days. Great.
Yeah, things have been a little hairy lately. I guess you didn't mention any of this to Megan.
I'm a junior.
That's even worse.
She can sleep in here.
Well,
If she touches my box,
what is with you and the box? You can't always pick your roommates.
There's this prospective student that's supposed to be staying with me for a few days, but something happened, something really serious, and I need someone who'll let this girl stay with him. Can you do it?
What's happened that's so serious?
But I would never ask you if I didn't need to.
No problem.
Oh, Elena, thank you.
I got you covered.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Excuse me? So, are there any parties we can go to or clubs? Have you guys been to Adrenaline?
I'm really glad that she and Elena seem to be friendly right now, though.
You're trying to cheer me up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working?
Hey,
What the fuck?
what's going on? I've been calling you.
Are you serious right now?
Oh, are you around later?
Should be.
What the?
I want you to see the music that you did it.
No, fuck you! How does he have the fucking gall to be here talking to her right now?
See ya.
This is like gaslighting at its fucking finest. What the fuck? Is he just gonna pretend like nothing happens? Alright. Someone needs to really, really beat the hell out of him. Like, seriously. Like, someone needs to be telling Ben. I know Julie doesn't want anyone to know, but you can't let Ben walk around thinking he's a good guy.
What's wrong with me?
Maybe it's time to go back to your dorm. Oh my god.
most victims of rape don't report the crime at all.
Wanders around
It's
like nothing.
Worse, most of those people don't seek counseling.
Right. Which is our friend who this happened to. She's just kind of shutting off, you know?
Believe her.
Well, they
Make her
do.
feel as safe as you can. She's got to get some help.
What if her friend decides to report this? I mean, what's the protocol for that?
It depends who she... Usually the DA won't take acquaintance rape cases where drugs or alcohol were involved. They're just too hard to prosecute.
Let's say she reports it to the university.
First, the dean would meet with the alleged rapist. If he or she feels there's enough evidence to warrant further investigation, the case is passed to the Student Conduct Committee. There's a hearing. That's when... Reporting is important, but even more important is that your friend talk to someone.
But she won't even talk to Felicity.
Almost 1/3 of rape victims contemplate suicide.
Well, we can't have that.
Hey, I'm supposed to bring this up organically in a conversation, but here's the truth. Please don't get mad. I went to the University Health Services office. You know, just to ask some questions. So you should give her a call.
I would if I felt like I needed it. I swear I would.
I know, but you know how
Just
sometimes
do it anyway.
you get so close to something, you can't...
I have to get to class, but maybe I'll call you later, all right?
That's just what you told the police about, you know, reporting it. So I just think...
I will call you later.
Okay.
And it's like the worst because Julie is feeling the way that she's feeling and she should be allowed to
Come to your film class.
deal as she
I don't know,
wants.
next week, Julie.
And now
How's
here's
that working for you?
Ben, who has no idea. Someone needs to tell Ben because he's just palling around with Zach like it's no big deal.
Incorporated.
Yeah, is Zach up there? This is Daryl. Sorry.
Yeah, come on up. I heard something about you and a girl.
Who's talking?
You want to tell me? I went out with a girl on Friday night. What about her? Did you rape that girl? What? Because that's what I heard.
Who did you hear that from?
Now, I came this far to threaten you in person, so listen carefully. If that rumor's for real, I'm gonna make your life ugly.
Oh, thank
Not
God.
just because you deserve it.
Just punch him right now.
You got it.
Just do it. Punch him. I want to know how Daryl found out, though. I'm wondering if Noel at his RA meeting maybe said something. And I can't tell if Zach thinks he did it. Fuck! Or not.
Hey,
Hey.
Julie, get out. Get out!
I just had a pretty wild conversation with my RA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he accused me of raping you. So, what's it about?
It's about the fact that you raped me.
You don't...
Just really confused.
Confused about what? Is that what you think happened?
That is what happens.
How could you not know?
I just don't.
I mean, maybe it wasn't perfect, but God, it wasn't a crime.
I don't want to talk about this.
No, wait a minute. You kissed me at the bar.
So?
There were very heavy signals going on, and you were into it. When we were in your room, we were both having a good time.
Until she said no. 15 fucking times.
Okay, I need to know.
Wait a minute.
No.
You didn't report this, did you?
No.
Are you...
I'm really confused.
Just know that if you do, I will probably be expelled.
Good. You deserve to be expelled.
My arm.
I didn't rape you.
Pretty sure you did. If I say no 15 times, and you have sex with me anyway, that's fucking rape. It doesn't matter. Oh, Julie's gonna be
Who did you tell?
pissed.
I only told Noel. You told Noel? Javier, I gotta call you back. God! You don't have to deal with this. I do.
But you're not
I
dealing
know,
with
but
it,
I'm just
sweetheart.
trying to help you out. Giving me those pamphlets is not the magic. It was my fault what happened with Zach, okay?
No, Julie, sweetheart,
This is the message that
no.
I give out to guys. That's my talent. Yours is being a genius. Mine is giving this message out to guys. Julie,
No,
listen to what you're saying.
absolutely
I know what
not.
I'm saying. I know what I am.
Julie.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought that maybe I could change it. Going to college, I could start over. But obviously, I was wrong. So when you sit there and you tell me, but this is not the first time that something like this has happened to me. Is that a coincidence? Maybe not. But that doesn't mean it's your fault. Would you just? I'm not gonna report it. I'm not gonna go to the cool girl from the crisis center. I'm not you. I'm not gonna sit here and watch. I'm so pissed off that you told Noel. I don't even
Alright.
know why I ever thought that you would understand.
Here's the thing. I know I complain a lot about Felicity getting into trying to help people, but going about it the wrong way. But this, I think, is a different situation than some of the other ones. Sometimes you have to upset people to help them, and I think this is one of the few instances in which that's true.
Did I tell Daryl? Yes, I did.
How could you do that?
Hey, you're forgetting that I'm a resident advisor. And if there's a guy living in this dorm who raped someone and he does it again?
That's what I've been saying. It's all so screwed up. What are you supposed to do? Like, this is just a shitty situation for everyone involved. Except Zach. He can go fuck himself.
Elena? There's this club called Foxtrot. It's on 17th Street. It has 6 levels.
But you're
Wanna
like
rally and go? They're
16.
open
Why do you even want to go to college?
Because I want to become a cytogeneticist. How else am I going to become a cytogeneticist?
A what? What kind of geneticist?
If I didn't have so much studying to do, I would go out with you, all right?
It has 6 levels.
Yeah, we heard you.
Forget it.
I hope Zach comes up and talks to Felicity, and then she just screams all kinds of bullshit at him.
Is Julie coming?
Seems unlikely.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
So what's going on with her? I tried calling her, but she wasn't in her room.
Yeah,
Lots
I
of
don't know.
People are hearing things. We all heard.
I heard she was raped.
You should talk to her.
Yeah. She's already mad at Felicity for
Does
spilling
Zach
the
know about this?
beans.
Should I talk to him?
He doesn't even know. It didn't even occur to him that it might be Zach. Oh, Ben, come on, beat the piss out of him. Just find him and
What happened to
pummel
you?
him.
Tell me what happened. You went out, went back to her place, then what?
Nothing. We had sex.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
We were hanging out, we were kissing, and she did you force her? Are you kidding me?
Thank you, Ben.
I heard a different story.
She wanted to. She was psyched. You know what she's like. You were with her too. She wanted to. What are you, jealous?
Come on, Ben. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, don't stop it. Oh, man. He looks mostly fine. Get in a couple more shots.
You see, the difference is when you said stop, I did.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
What is?
That kid, that 16-year-old club-obsessed punk.
Is she driving you crazy?
I'm relinquishing custody of the party animal. She's all yours. I'm sending her back.
Thank you for taking her the last couple of days.
You don't even know how big you are.
Who is it?
It's Ben. Can I come in for a minute?
What happened to your hand?
Nothing. Stupid. Hey. I wanted to tell you something, but I didn't want to come in here and preach to you. I bet you've been getting a lot of that lately. Well, when I was at home growing up, my father had this amazing ability to always let me down at the exact most important moment. I mean, he'd get angry sometimes. I must be really dense because it took me forever to realize he's like a raging alcoholic. And he'd hit us. My whole life I spent trying to figure out what I was doing to make him that way. What mistake was I making? How did I somehow hurt him?
Oh my
Make him
God.
act-
Such a hard
It's
life,
funny
man.
that all of a sudden I have this distance from that madness. The one thing I can see
Is that it wasn't
is
your
that it wasn't
fault.
me.
But it is hard to see when you're right in the
I'm
thick
not
of
the
it.
reason I'm not the reason he'd get mad and hurt me and hurt my mom. It was him. I just wanted to tell you this.
I just don't understand how he can look at himself in the mirror and not realize he did anything wrong. Let's figure out how to get him expelled, thrown in jail. He's gonna keep doing it. Especially if he doesn't think he did anything wrong. Oh, thank you. Okay, so at least Julie's getting some help. Would they really do this in the middle of class? Oh God, I hope so. I hope you never come back. I'm so... You know, as much as I'm like, I've been down on Julie, but how she can't blame herself,
I think that is so impressive.
I feel like shit
You have 2 jobs.
for being
Only one job.
Hey, no, it must really afford you the opportunity.
pro Zach.
She went and saw Gina. Julie did.
Yeah, I know. I just saw her. She said if it wasn't for you, she'd still be hiding out in her rooms.
Is that the girl I met at the DeLuca?
Where's your
How
box?
much does that stuff taste like butter?
Can't believe it's not butter.
So much.
I literally can't believe it's not butter.
Ew.
Takes breakfast up a notch.
Why would you put butter on
Have you
cereal?
guys met before?
Did you look at my box?
Some new club.
Adrenaline?
Yeah? Is it any good?
I don't know, but I'm dying to go. Can I come?
If you feel like paying.
I was gonna offer. I'll be home late.
Home?
Thank God.
I'm going to talk to Zach. Because this is totally driving me crazy. He has no idea what is going on. And I feel like he needs to know that I'm fighting this.
I don't think you should be... No, I don't think you should be alone with him, Julie. I think somebody should follow her. Follow her and stay around in case she needs something. Stay at the door. Don't go inside.
I wanted you to know that I reported what happened. And I know you don't think what happened was rape, but it was.
Thank you.
Julie,
I said no multiple times.
I'm going back to Minnesota.
Good. hope you go in a jail
I
cell.
called my parents and told them that I met with the dean of the university and admitted to what happened. I told them I was guilty. I was gonna leave you this. It says all the obvious stuff.
I don't
How sorry I am.
feel bad for you. And I can't forgive you, at least not right now.
Horrible that night must have been for you. Probably gonna be expelled.
You should be in jail.
That wasn't what I wanted.
You should be happy all you're doing is getting expelled.
I just...
This isn't your fault. None of this is your fault.
And if you didn't say anything, he'd be doing it to someone else.
I'd never done that before. Not, forced.
I'm not-
I'd never been with anyone.
That was the way you do it your first time? Julie, do not feel bad for him. Don't.
Read that. Maybe one day you won't hate me so much. I'm sorry.
I was not in any way expecting him to take responsibility for this. So that surprised me, but I'm not willing to feel badly for him.
It's probably just human nature to try to make sense of things.
I can't believe they're friends. So is she gonna go and, like, to the
I think the
police?
scariest part is realizing that sometimes bad things just happen. No reason, no purpose. They just occur. And we're left to pick up the pieces. I guess that's what we're all doing all the time. Just picking up the pieces the best we can.
Don't feel bad for him, Julie. I mean, forgive him if you want. That has to do with your own... Is it going to be easier on your life if you hold this grudge, or is it going to be easier on your life if you quote-unquote forgive him, even if that just means moving past it? I don't know. Forgiveness is its own animal, I think, and that's up to her how she wants to proceed, but I don't want her to go too easy on him, among other things. So my next thought is she going to end up pressing charges? I know she went and spoke to the university and she told him that she was going to testify against him at the hearing or whatever at the university. And he was like, well, I'm leaving. Like, I admitted to everything and now I'm going home. And he's getting expelled. So, fine, good, that's a start. But he also needs to be in jail or in some sort of a psychiatric program or on a sex offender registry. I don't know, something, not especially since, but also because that was the first time that he had sex and the first time he felt like he needed to force himself on someone in order for it to happen. So I don't know what that means for him going forward. How does that affect his sex life in the future? Like, if he thinks that's the right way, that's going to be a big problem going forward. Even though he swears he's sorry and he knows he was wrong, does he only feel that way because Ben beat him up and everybody found out and Julie actually told people? I don't know. If she hadn't had said anything, how would he feel? Would he have apologized and copped to it? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know, but it really, really breaks my heart that this show was 98, 08, 18. This is like 25 years ago, and things have not changed all that much. We are still in this same situation with assault and violence against women, and people still don't come forward and they still don't say anything. And I know I went on a whole rant about it at the end of last episode, so I'm not going to do it again at the end of this episode, but it's really telling. And I do really hope that Julie does end up pressing some kind of charges, because I really need for him to be on some kind of a registry of some kind or something. And I don't understand how someone saying no repeatedly over and over again doesn't stop someone. I just don't understand. I really don't. And I know I had said in at least the last couple of episodes about how Felicity tries to help people, but she always goes about it in the wrong way, and like she has to let people, do their own stuff. But this is a different scenario, I think. This is an instance where I think her sort of butting in is sort of okay. And I think it's because we don't come forward and say these things when they happen to us, and we pretend it's fine and we shove it all down. And had it not been for Felicity butting in, I don't know that she would end up as okay as she was by the end of this episode. Although I was really upset that either Felicity or Noel or Ben or somebody didn't go with her when she went to talk to Zach at the end, because she didn't know at that point that he was apologetic and had admitted this and was leaving. As far as she knows, he could attack her again because now he's mad at the fact that all of this shit is floating around about him. True shit, but shit nonetheless. So I was very nervous when she went to his room alone. And I wish someone had gone with her. The other thing that I want to mention about this, or question about this, is this going to go away? And this is late 90s TV, so we did have a lot of things that were like 1 episode, 2 episode, maybe 3 at tops, and then it's like never brought up again. It's never again part of anyone's character development or anything. And I hope that this is not something that gets tossed aside for a story of the week episode of any kind. And I do hope that we see Julie moving through this and working to get past this. The other thing that I thought last episode but I didn't mention is, and I can't believe it didn't occur to me before, or maybe it's different now, I don't know, but I'm almost certain that Sally is Janine Garofalo, which I noticed last episode, but then I forgot to mention it because of the whole Julie-Zach scenario. And listening to her again this episode, it definitely sounds like her. But I also feel like, A, I didn't think it before these last 2 episodes, and B, I feel like if that were true, I would have known that. But I'm going to look it up later, I guess, and find out. So I did feel like I learned that also. And the other stuff was all kind of ancillary bullshit in comparison to the important story here. Noel and his goatee, nobody cares. The sleepover girl came, I don't really care. Elena doing Felicity a favor and being friendly with her, that I care about, but not really important this episode. And it was killing me that Ben and Zach were just hanging out and Ben had no idea. So I'm so glad that, I know Julie told Felicity not to tell anyone, and she didn't. Well, she told Noel, but I mean, she didn't tell Ben, but the way she didn't not tell Ben sort of made it feel like she told him, essentially. So I am really glad that he found out, because could you imagine what he must have felt like if he was hanging out, palling around with him for like weeks on end, only to find out later on what he did? He would feel terrible. So, I don't know, man. This was not a fun episode. It was a good episode, but it was not a fun episode, and I am glad, though, that I squeezed this into my day, even though it wasn't on my schedule, because I desperately needed to know what happened, and I feel like 80 to 85% satisfied with the outcome. maybe those extra 15 to 20% will get added on, and I will feel 100% about the resolution in the upcoming episodes. But right now, I feel good enough about it. So, and I've rambled on a lot, so I'm going to stop here. I hope you had a good time. I had as good of a time as I could with the subject matter that we're dealing with. And thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.